What's going on, guys? My name's Theoatrix.
Hi, and welcome to our guide. Today we're going over the essential quests in 2025.
We made this video 6 years ago, back in 2019, and since then, a lot has changed.
In this video, we will start with location unlocks. Then, we will dive into a range of essential unlocks for your account.
I just wanted to take a second to thank you for nominating both Slayermusiq and I for a Golden Gnome Award. We thank you for the support over all these years, and if you want to see us win, the final voting is now open. So vote for us on the official RuneScape website. The link is in the description. Let's get into the video. There are over 20 quests in Old School that unlock certain areas. More recently, the Children of the Sun quest unlocks the new Valamor continent, giving access to a wide variety of new content.
Since our last video in 2019, Jagex also introduced Prifddinas, locked behind Song of the Elves, which introduces a range of content to your account. Sins of the Father unlocks Darkmare, which includes a variety of combat and skilling activities.
Fairly recently, Jagex added the Below Ice Mountain quest, giving access to Camp Dozal, which is great for free-to-play Iron Men. Fossil Island is locked behind the Bone Voyage quest, and Mauritania is behind Priest in Peril, both being essential areas to have on your account.
Swansong unlocks the Piscatoris fishing colony. The Giant Dwarf unlocks Keldagrim and the Blast Furnace, and completing the Fremenic Trials unlocks Jatitzo, Nadisnat, and the island of Miscellanea and etc. Starting the Regicide quest gives access to the Elven lands, and the Shallow Village quest unlocks Shallow Village.
Corsair Curse unlocks the Corsair Cove area, which is useful for free-to-play and Iron Men. The Watchtower quest unlocks Gu to Noth, and Cabin Fever gives access to Mosle Harmless with the Trouble Brewing minigame.
The Great Brain Robbery quest unlocks Harmony Island, Death to the Dorgeshan is for Dorgesh Khan, and Death Plateau plus Troll Stronghold unlocks Trollheim and the God Wars area.
There are 2 skills in Old School that are locked behind a quest. To be able to do Herblore, you need to complete the Druidic Ritual quest, which is a short, easy one.
To be able to mine your own essence, which are used in the Runecraft skill, you need to complete the Rune Mysteries quest, which is a very short and easy quest. Now, let's talk about quests that unlock skilling methods. Starting off, Sins of the Father unlocks Hello Sepulchre, the Blisterwood Tree, and Fires. The Temple of the Eye quest is required to do the Guardians of the Rift minigame, and this quest also gives a large XP reward in Runecraft, bumping you all the way from level 10 to 27.
Sleeping Giants is needed to partake in the Giants Foundry for smithing training. To be able to do Pyramid Plunder, which provides competitive thieving XP, you need to complete the Ichthlarin's Little Helper quest. The Feud is required to train thieving with blackjacking, and also gives a big XP reward.
To be able to use box traps to catch hunter creatures like Chinchampas, you now first need to complete the Eagle's Peak quest, which was a move to stop bots from catching Chinchampas. The Tourist Trap quest is required to smith dart tips. However, to fletch darts, you do not need to do this quest.
The Riveting Tale of a Lilypad Dispute quest unlocks the Hardwood Tree patch on Valamor, and completing Bone Voyage also unlocks hardwood areas. The Throne of Miscellanea unlocks Managing the Kingdom, useful for Iron Men. You can then do Royal Trouble to improve the management.
The Tears of Guthix quest unlocks the weekly Tears of Guthix minigame, useful for leveling your lowest stat.
There are 4 quests in Old School that unlock new magical spells. The Desert Treasure quest is required for Ancients, Lunar Diplomacy is required for Lunars, and Dream Mentor extends the Lunar spellbook.
And the Kingdom Divided quest gives access to the full Archaeus spellbook, plus the Book of the Dead.
And a quest that's vital for main accounts is King's Ransom, which unlocks 2 prayers, Piety and Chivalry. Piety is the best melee combat prayer in the game. There are a couple of quests which improve skilling. Family Crest gives access to the Cooking Gauntlets and Goldsmith Gauntlets, which are both a must for those skills. Cooking Gauntlets reduce the burn rate, and Goldsmith Gauntlets more than double your XP from smithing gold.
The Eyes of Gluffrey quest unlocks the Crystal Saw, which is essential for boosting to max your house. The Death on the Isle quest unlocks the needle where you don't need thread. Now, let's go through the essential combat unlocks from quests, including bossing activities.
The Defender of Varrock unlocks Armored Zombies, which drop the Zombie Axe, excellent for Iron Man. There are 2 quests required to do raids, the first being A Night at the Theatre for Tob and Beneath Cursed Sands for TOA. Chambers of Xeric doesn't have any quest requirements, and arguably the Beneath Cursed Sands boss is the hardest one to get through.
There is also Muspa, which is locked behind the Secrets of the North quest, and this can be an excellent moneymaker. Dragon Slayer 2 unlocks the Forecath boss, another huge money-making boss, and it unlocks the Locator Orb, which is useful at places like Nightmare Zone.
The Perilous Moons quest unlocks the Perilous Moons, which is a great introduction to high-level bossing, and While Gothic Sleeps unlocks Tormented Demons and the Emberlight. The Face Guard is locked behind the Fremenic Exiles quest, which is a high-tier piece of melee equipment, and the Curse of Arav unlocks the Zombie Helmet.
There is also the Path of Gluffrey quest, which unlocks the Warp Scepter for Iron Man. A major essential quest is completing the Dwarf Cannon quest to be able to use the multi-cannon, which is an essential item for Slayer in particular.
There's also Animal Magnetism for Arba's devices, which automatically retrieves ranged ammo, and the Slug Menace quest is required to wear Proselyte, which is a must for when using protection prayers. The Rum Deal quest unlocks the Holy Wrench, and the Haunted Mine unlocks the Salve Amulet, which are both useful for certain situations.
Lost City gives access to Xanris and the Dragon Dagger and Longsword, and Monkey Manus 1 unlocks the Dragon Scimitar. Horror from the Deep gives access to the God Books, which are most useful on a Pure account, although still have some use outside of Pure. And Cabin Fever allows you to get a Black Mask, and also completing the entirety of Recipe for Disaster gives you the Barrow's Gloves, which is a big milestone in progressing your account.
Some quests unlock teleports, which are a must for getting around Gielinor. Plague City unlocks the Artie teleport spell on the regular spellbook, which is important for early game Iron Man. Edgar's Ruse unlocks the Trollheim teleport, great for getting to God Wars. Freeing Awowagi unlocks the Apatoll teleport, and Ghosts Ahoy gives you the Ectophile, an essential for herb runs.
The Grand Tree quest is required to use Gnome Gliders, and a Tree Gnome Village quest is required for Spirit Trees. Partial completion of the Fairy Tale Part 2 quest unlocks the Ferrying Transportation, which includes teleports to a range of locations that are usually out of the way. Enlightened Journey quest gives access to balloon transportation, and the Morning's End Part 1 quest gives you the teleport crystal. Then Song of the Elves gives access to more teleports.
The Koretz Memoirs book is rewarded after the Client of Kurend quest, which includes a range of useful teleports around Zaya, and A Taste of Hope gives Draken's Medallion, giving quicker access to the eastern side of the map.
Monkey Madness 2 rewards the Royal Seed Pod, which is great for teleporting out of the wilderness under level 30. Shades of Morton unlocks the minigame teleport to the area, and Ratcatchers also unlocks 5 Rat Pits minigame teleports.
And also, the Cabin Fever quest unlocks the Trouble Brewing minigame teleport.
So from this video, it is easy to see that questing unlocks a broad range of useful content for your account. Most quests give a useful upgrade, but there are some quests out there that aren't essential at all.
If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to Slayermusiq for more videos. He's getting so close to 200k subscribers on YouTube, so be sure to check out his channel and support his content. Thanks for watching.
Okay, thanks, bye.